Here's a thought, till Shiloh. You know, Jesus joins a long list of messiahs mentioned in the ancient world. Long list of messiahs who were predicted, who were hoped for. A long list of messiahs in the ancient world that predates Christianity, that were looked for, that were spoken of, that were hoped for into the human drama. What makes the Jesus intervention so compelling and stand out is how early he's mentioned in the human drama, how early he's mentioned in the human story. The first mistake of our parents has set us on direct collision course with humanity. We are now self-preservationists. We are hiding from each other. We are hiding from God. And things look bleak. And a seed is promised into that human story. And the seed that is coming is not just coming for a local group of people. This seed that is coming for everybody, because it is a universal need that this seed comes to address. And as the ancient Hebrews tell this story, it is this commitment and this solidarity to the human struggle that makes Jesus so attractive, that makes his cosmic intervention stand out in the ancient world and stand out to this present day. In Genesis 49, Jacob is pictured as pronouncing words of blessings over his sons. When he gets to Judah, he says to Judah that you will be a tribe that produces rulers. Kings will come through your line. And he said that they will rule until Shiloh. And then when Shiloh comes, the rule and authority normally given to kings would be given to him, and he would rule. So the idea of Jesus coming through an obscure group of people and coming through an obscure family is an apt one. Even with David before him, King David, who came through an obscure family, Jesus comes through an obscure family. But unlike David, Jesus doesn't sit on an earthly throne. He sits on the throne of the human heart. Jesus's kingdom is not a kingdom that is taken by force. It's a kingdom that you're born again into. It's a kingdom that you are surrendered into. He is announced as Shiloh, and his names have meaning, all of which affirm who we would see when we saw him. Number one, Shiloh means sent, because when one is sent, there is not only intentionality about being sent, but there is also intentionality in what would be accomplished once that person got there. Number two, Shiloh means seed, because his coming is as much about human expectation and need as it is divine promise. He would be the one sent from heaven with heaven's love and heaven's blessing and heaven's salvation. He is the seed planted in the womb of human need and human salvation. He is the Prince of Heaven, sent by the King of Kings to be the one that we needed, to be the seed of promise. And number three, Shiloh means peaceable one, because at the center of what it means to be human, at the center of what it means to be who we are, is the need for assurance and peace. Jesus would not only come to be the King of Kings, Jesus would also come to be the Prince of Peace. But what does that mean for us? What does that mean for us in 2020 in this COVID-19 situation as we read these ancient texts and we seek to find hope and peace and reassurance? Well, for us, it means that Jesus is forever Shiloh. He is the one who is sent. He is the one who is local. He is the one who brings peace. Sent. Because we do not believe Jesus to be a dead philosopher. Jesus comes to be present in our space. He comes to be present where we are. He is local. He is local. He said, I will never leave you or forsake you. So even as we find ourselves in this space that is causing so much anxiety to the global family, Jesus is not absent from where we are. He is not absent from what it is that we're experiencing. And he is peace. For he will be forever with us, close in our minds, in our hearts, and in our spirits. My prayer is that in Jesus Christ, we will find the one that we have been looking for. In Jesus Christ, especially in this space in which we find ourselves now, we will sense him as being local. We will sense him as being here. We will sense him as bringing peace. In him we will sense that Shiloh has come.